Hi.
It's Drayon Sabri.
So right now I'm on a 100-day journey to reinvent myself, have a transformation. About this transformation, I want to see a brand new woman 100 days later. Okay, but let's rewind for a second. I realized I jumped into the 100-day challenge, the 100-day transformation last week, but I never told y'all what that looks like, how am I shaping it, what does this journey actually look like. So here's the full blueprint of how I'm structuring my 100 days. And maybe this can help you structure your own challenge too. Because I think a big thing when it comes down to these different transformations, it kind of has to be tailored for you. It has to work for you. So I picked 100 days because it's long enough to see an actual change, but also short enough to stay focused. For me, it's about building consistency in two areas that feel so make or break, which is my health and YouTube channel. And when I say health, I'm talking about my weight loss journey, because I've been talking about this since end of last year, and I don't want to go into the next year talking about the same thing. So I really want to see a difference in those the way I haven't seen all year. To follow up with the journey and also see transformation in other ways is to add on to those established habits as I go, and also to build more consistency as time goes on. So I want you to think about 2 or 3 areas that if you stay consistent for 100 days, it will make a big difference in your life. So like I said, I just jumped into this transformation without sharing how I'm structuring it. Here are all the goals I want to accomplish in these 100 days. Weeks 1 through 5 will be the foundation. Main 2 goals I want to see a difference in is my YouTube channel and weight loss. So if I keep consistent with those in the 100-day challenge, because again, I do want to accomplish more things in those 100 days than just those 2. When I say I want to start off for 5 weeks, that doesn't mean I stop doing YouTube in 5 weeks. That doesn't mean I stop doing weight loss in 5 weeks. I think 5 weeks is a long enough time to build a system. It's enough time to build such a good regimen to the point that I can consistently do it. So like for weight loss, I remember there was a point in time where it felt wrong if I didn't work out that day. Like, I think I'm even in this situation now where, I have a dietitian and I'm so kind of locked in on a certain way of eating that part's not hard anymore. That's not the part I'm working through anymore. So when I say 5 weeks, it gives enough time to buffer into like learning, getting used to it. Like right now for my YouTube channel, I'm kind of all over the place, but with this being day 8, I'm kind of a little more on what direction I want to go into. How do I want to edit? What do I want my style to look like? How do I want to be consistent? This is the foundation, and the foundation isn't meant to be perfect. So even though it looks like I can just add all these goals all at once and I can complete all of those in 5 weeks, it can seem like that, but we have to look at the complexity of each goal. So weight loss isn't just working out. I'm thinking of waking up early to go to the gym, making sure I get 7 to 8 hours of sleep a day, making sure I'm having enough water intake, making sure my eating reflects kind of how I want my lifestyle to be, along with achieving those weight loss goals. So that's why I'm giving myself 5 weeks to lock that in. And like week 1 was not perfect, y'all. And in my update for the transformation journey, you'll see where I'm talking about, like things aren't perfect. And that's kind of the purpose of having that amount of time, because like week 1, you'll have 1 week to kind of fill it out and realize what changes you need to make. And then the next week you start getting into that. And then the 3rd week, it's becoming normal. By weeks 4 and 5, that's your norm now. So that's why I'm structuring it that way. But enough of me rambling about that. I just kind of wanted to give you my 2 cents on why. We got weeks 1 through 5 for YouTube and weight loss. That's just what it is. Those are my anchors, and those are the things I'm sticking with. Now, going into phase 2, which is expansion, weeks 5 through 9. This is where I'm going to start preparing for my business launch, doing the things I need to do in between, and then also adding in networking. And I think even for that, I plan to challenge myself to go to one networking event a week, which will not be hard because I live in proximity to Atlanta. There's always something going on no matter what day of the week it is. So that's one of the challenges, and that won't be hard once I already am the woman who wakes up at 6 a.m. to work out, a woman who already meal preps, a woman who already posts on YouTube twice a week. Adding on those things will not be so difficult because the foundation has already instilled such discipline in helping me achieve the goals and continuing on and maintaining them. So that will be weeks 5 through 9. Now going into phase 3, that will be weeks 5 through 9. And this is kind of where it's more about a lifestyle upgrade. And this is where I'm starting to make sure my new apartment is the space I want to be in, making sure I'm making my house a home, and also just continuing on with my momentum with my business and networking. That, you know, networking is a big deal, and that does contribute to your lifestyle habits because you're meeting so many different people from different walks. And that's just really going to be what those weeks look like. By 15 weeks, that's going to be the 100-day challenge over. Hey Siri, how many weeks is 100 days? 14.29 weeks. So just about 15 weeks. So within those 15 weeks, I will have completed my 100 days and I should be able to see a difference. So again, just to summarize, if you're going to do a 100-day challenge, mark it down into phases, whichever phases work best for you. But I highly recommend choosing 2 to 3 areas of your life that will make a big difference if you stayed consistent for 100 days. And if there's other goals that you want to sprinkle in, you can, but I would recommend dedicating at least 5 weeks to anchoring those goals, building those routines, building those habits. Because I remember, if you go back to my day 1 video, I said I was going to focus on weight loss and YouTube for 3 weeks and trying to perfect that routine. But I just finished week 1 and it was not perfect. So it's like, okay, just to think that I'm only giving myself 2 to 3 weeks to perfect that to the point that I know I can do it every single day confidently. You know, that's not as realistic based on my schedule. So I'm giving myself 5 weeks to get into the mode where I'm like, okay, this is my batching day. This is my editing day. I wake up at 6 a.m. every day. I am eating this way every day. I am meal prepping every single Sunday. So I will be sharing the different milestones. I will be sharing the hardships. I will be sharing the things that are, you know, that I didn't really think about when initially going into this. So if you want to start a 100-day challenge, I advise you do not complicate it. Just start out, even if, like I did all these little phases, but even it doesn't have to be all of these phases. If there's 2 things that you're like, I want to accomplish in 100 days, you can do that and just focus on that for the 100 days. My favorite creator is Plant by Julie. She is doing a 20-week transformation and she's breaking her challenges up into 5 weeks. And I think that was very smart of her. Like, just now for me, it's clicking, like, you know, you need 5 weeks to actually establish a habit, not just 3 weeks, you know? So follow her for her journey. So if you're looking to start a 100-day challenge, drop 2 focus areas that you plan on focusing on for the next 100 days. I would love to hear them. That's the game plan. So see you on day 8, day 20, day 80. I'll know exactly what I'm measuring, what I'm doing, what I'm looking for, and how I'm holding myself accountable.